Hey, you want to learn something really cool about horses? Check out the Dapples on June. What are Dapples, you ask? Allow me to explain. Dapples are rings in a horse's coat that circle lighter colored hairs. They're unique and they're really beautiful and they make a horse stand out. Dapples are commonly spotted along rumps, underbelly, neck, and shoulders on some horses. But some horses do have permanent dapples and others display them during periods of exceptional fitness and balanced diet, like in June's case right here. That makes me feel really good about what we're feeding June and her other horses. June doesn't have them year-round. She only gets her dapples when she's transitioning from losing her winter coat to gaining her new hair for the spring and the summer. So in about a month, we won't see the dapples on June anymore, but it is really cool to see them for about a month or so on her. Dapples are pretty common on grays and bays and palominos, and just because your horse is predisposed to dapples doesn't guarantee you'll ever see them. This is where nutrition and good grooming routine can make all the difference, and we groom our horses for every single lesson.
Well, I just came down here to say hi to the cows, and my boys came over because they're nosy. I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying hi to these cute little cows. Look at them, look at their little faces. And then these two come over here. Boone comes over all coming in hot and stuff. Oh, there's a little cow kerfuffle. Look at that. Hierarchy here. Hierarchy here. Ah, friends. Herd animals. Herd animals. No predators. What do you think of that? I better get back to work or Tess is going to fire me. I'm supposed to be picking up poop. Hi, little cows. Be nice now. Everybody be nice. That it? You guys done being nosy? I can't come say hi to the cows? Bossy. Y'all are bossy. You're a bossy boss.
Is this horse taking a risk going off by himself? It's a fact that horses can sync their heart rates to their herd mates' heart rates. That way, if one horse's heart rate becomes elevated, the other horses realize there may be a predator or a possible threat present. There is power in numbers, and that is the mentality of prey animals and herd animals like horses. And oftentimes we forget that horses are prey animals just because they're so large. They don't seem like prey animals, but they are. So in this video, I just wanted to show you the distance between Jax and Boss and the rest of the herd. They're way up there by the road on the other side of the arena. So they're not close enough to sync their heart rates together. They have to be within 8 to 10 feet to be able to do so. So in a way, if he was in the wild, yes, he's taking a risk because he would have to recognize on his own that there was something wrong. There was a predator or a threat present. Same with Jax. Now, I will say this. I do believe that it has a lot to do with the horse's personality and confidence level. Jax is a 25-year-old horse. He's been here a very long time. He is, we call him the sheriff. He's kind of the scout in the herd. He's used to going out in the front and checking things out and then coming back and reporting to Fleur and Boone. Boss is the low man in our herd. The hierarchy is pinned in the corner there. He's still a very confident horse. He is amenable to a lot of things, but he's not as confident as Jax and the herd leaders.
Well, guess whose birthday it is today? It's Fleur's birthday. Pretty blue-eyed girl is 18 years old today, so she's about to get some special birthday treats from our interns and her mama, Tess. Getting a little bit of some oatmeal pies. This is a rare and beautiful thing. Fleur is off limits to everybody, except for certain folks on a certain special day. And there's her one and only. Where's Mama? And if you're wondering how long we've had her, we got her when she was 8 months old. If you don't already know, Boone is her father. And we've had her ever since. Tess completely trained her herself, shown her every which way possible. And just an OG here from the beginning of time, so it's a special day here. So if you're so inclined, wish Fleur a happy birthday. Tell me your horse's name and tell me when their birthday is. Happy birthday, beautiful Fleur. Happy birthday. What in the world has landed in our yard, everybody? Is it a random balloon from somebody's evidently taco party or something? What does this thing say? What is this? Taco bar. Very funny. So what do you think, Boone? And you might believe that this never happens, but we have had whole bouquets of balloons land in our pastures. Unfortunately. So, of course, I'm going to pop this thing. But it's not a bad thing. My horses see it, get used to it. However, they sure don't need to ingest it. Really wish people wouldn't let their balloons go like they do. This is kind of funny, but we'll take care of it. Well, now look at what we have. Look at what we have. I gotta tell you, you know, if you follow me, we do pasture rotation on Sunday, right? As a horse owner, I'm getting pretty tired of finding things like this in my pasture that do not belong to me, that should not be in the horse pasture, that pose a danger to my horses. You know, 2 weeks ago, what was it? We had a badminton racket in our pasture. A few weeks before that, we had the really strange looking nighttime fishing lure that was wrapped around my hot wire. I've got some pretty terrific neighbors on either side of me. And I try so hard to be a nice person. But I'm going to tell you something. This could have easily gotten into a hoof could have gotten into this. This could have scared a horse. This could have caused a physical damage to a horse if it got stuck around them and caught on something. I'm trying so hard to be a nice neighbor. I got really good neighbors on both sides. I keep finding things in this pasture and that pasture. And this just reminds me why we walk the fence line every time before we turn horses out in our pastures. I don't want to be a Karen. When it comes to my horses, my family, my other pets, what would you do? I mean, these animals are so important to us and they mean so much to us. This just, tell me what you would do. I need y'all's advice. Please advise. Have a wonderful day.